Contrary to what people often make it seem, starting over isn't always this bold, brave moment. Sometimes it's really scary, and sometimes it involves grieving this version of yourself that everyone expected you to be, or even that you expected yourself to be. I'm in a season of starting over right now, and not because I failed in my previous season, but because I changed. And no, I do not have it all figured out. I'm still untangling all the details. And so today I want to talk about what no one else tells you when it comes to starting over. I want to talk about the fear, the loneliness, the shift in identity. So if you're in a season like that too, this video is for us. Let's talk about starting over. People often talk about the excitement of starting over. I'm even guilty of that myself. But what we tend to miss and what people don't show, what's not Instagrammable, is the grief. Yes, you're excited about what's ahead, but there's still some grief of what you had to leave behind sometimes. You're mourning what you had to walk away from. And there's this like secondary layer under that where people love to share the stories of how they took a leap and it was an instant success. Everything fell right into place. I quit my job and my business blew up. I moved and instantly found new community. I trusted God and breakthrough came through fast. But let me tell you something. Every leap is not met with a cushiony, soft landing. Sometimes you take a chance on yourself and nothing happens at first. The first few days, the first few weeks, the first few months, maybe even the first few years. There's no immediate reward, no open doors, just silence. And that silence, that messes with your confidence. It can make you question if you made the right move, if you heard God correctly. And I often find myself right there in this particular place and space and season that I'm in. On this teeter-totter of, am I doing the right thing? Am I self-sabotaging? And how I'm personally getting through this season is choosing to continue to move forward, to make peace with the decisions that I've already made, and to make the best next move. Consider everything, pray over everything, and continue to move forward. There's this other piece of starting over that isn't discussed enough, and that's the identity shift that comes with it. Sometimes you accept it, sometimes you fight against it subconsciously. In this particular season of starting over, my identity wasn't challenged in the traditional sense of not knowing particularly who I was after leaving my 9 to 5, because I didn't find my worth or my identity in my 9 to 5. But here's what did hit me. I have to face the version of me that doesn't know what to do without a structure and a schedule that's set by somebody else. And the self-realizations are humbling. I personally have this weird catch-22 where I work my 9 to 5 to fund my dreams, but I'm so tired after working my 9 to 5 that I don't have the energy to put into my dreams in the 5 to 9, which really my 9 to 5 often involved overtime. So it would be more like 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. working on my personal stuff. But now that I have an abundance of time freedom, I am struggling to find the structure to get things done. It's like I prayed for the freedom, but I wasn't prepared for the responsibility that came with it. And as my life began to reflect that in different ways, I kind of went into a little spiral, and that's when God showed me something through a message by Dr. Hart Ramsey. I learned the difference between a trial by fire and a trial by water. A trial by fire is meant to change who you are, It burns off the things that can't come with you. A trial by water is to change how you trust. It can become overwhelming. You expect rescue, but instead you just get pulled deeper and deeper. And not to drown you, but to change how you trust. So that you can learn that even when things are out of your control, even when your situation is ugly, God is with you. And that's what this season is teaching me. To trust God in the middle of my situation and to learn how to breathe underwater. And honestly, with some new perspective that I got today in a conversation with my sister, it's also burning some things off of me. A little bit of laziness, procrastination, so that I can pick up discipline, time management, and be a good steward of where my life is going. Now, starting over does not just affect you, it also affects your relationships. And one thing that I've learned, you cannot trust everyone with your faith when it is in seed form. Some people really do mean well, but if you let them, they will sow seeds of doubt. They'll try to talk you out of whatever you're believing for just because it doesn't make sense to them. They'll try to push you towards something more stable, more realistic, more traditional. And if your faith is not deeply rooted, you might get blown away, swept off into the life that they think you should have. So sometimes when you're in a starting over season, you might have to cut some people off, but not everyone. Some other people you just have to cut off access. You have to protect certain conversations. You have to recognize who can support you in faith and who can't, and move accordingly. Because if I am believing for something bold, I can't allow fear and doubt to creep into the space with me, especially when this something is in infant form, seed form, just planted. It's a new baby to the world. It can't be exposed to everyone and everything. For me, I would not say that a starting over season is easy, by no means. But I will say that it is holy. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. And most of all, I'm becoming. Here, right now, the present, that's what matters. Not looking ahead to tomorrow and not looking backward to yesterday. Focusing on today, the here and now. Because it's my present actions, my present beliefs, my present behaviors and attitudes that align me with the person that I will be in the future. So this isn't a story about arriving, but about allowing God to lead me, even when I can't see the full picture clearly, and allowing myself to grow, even when it feels like a very slow process. Baby steps are still steps. So if you are starting over in whatever capacity that is, and there's a sense of fear, doubt, uncertainty, I want you to know that you are not broken. You are not behind. You are not weak. You're brave. You are brave to be doing a new thing. And you don't have to have it all figured out to move forward. Just take the next right step and trust that even in the water, even in the waves, even if your boat has capsized, you are not alone. Until next time, take care.